Hello everybody, my name is Raymond Briceno, and today I will be speaking about generational living. And a few weeks ago I saw an article that titled that in the United States, and so it triggered a memory from when I was serving in the Army Reserves. I went to Germany for a couple weeks and I was asking a few people in this finance office, and we're talking about this person, that person, and I was talking about how expensive the liter of gasoline was. This was back in 1998, and I believe the liter of gas was like maybe $1.80, $2 per liter. I remember going into a McDonald's that a value pack was like $10, and you weren't getting the supersized fries or supersized soda, just small soda, small fries, and a Big Mac, $10. 1998, that's quite a bit. And I just started noticing all this expensive items anywhere and everywhere, and everybody was telling me about how gas is expensive and causes everything else to be expensive. Oh, but they get free health care, some schooling get paid for, college gets paid for, some of it here and there. And I was thinking to myself, well, if you don't have to pay for medical, have to pay for college, then what's the problem? Why we got 3 generations, or 2 generations for sure, maybe 3 with the babies born, living together? And a lot of that is attributed to, like I said, inflation, like what's going on here in the United States. No jobs, maybe, who knows? Here in the US, that was not a big deal back in the 1970s, but it's starting to rise up and up and up in the 90s, 2000s, especially now after the pandemic. A lot of families moved in together, lost their jobs temporarily. Everybody was getting the $600 a week extra on the unemployment until people got on their feet, and it seemed like they haven't. Gas prices has gone through the roof in the last couple of years, so that everything else is going to go higher. So rents going through the roof, housing, mortgages went through the roof. Now, as I speak, the interest rates are going up on houses. So it's like, oh, okay, the prices of the houses are going down a little bit, but the prices with the mortgage interest going up. So it's basically the same as it was a year or 2 ago. But a lot of people are leaving the coast, east and west coast, to go more inland to buy cheaper housing. But now those, like places like Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana's, Iowa, those prices are going up. But they also attribute to generational living in the US, which is about 18% of the population, equals 60 million, 58 million people. Living together to care, health care, well, taking care of an elderly in your own home. Maybe they don't want them to live in a nursing home, have them come into your house. Another article said something about student loans. People come out of college with $50,000 to $100,000 in student loans. That's an extra debt bill, $300, $400 a month. Of course, inflation, the rents pretty expensive, mortgages are pretty expensive, and then not much left over after you pay your taxes for groceries or utilities. So it's a big rise in the United States. It's going to be more because of immigration. Borders are basically open. Nobody's getting stopped. If they do get stopped, they get sent back and they come right back again anyways. I don't know how those people are going to afford to live. I mean, you can only live on the food stamp for so long, but the rents are going to be there. I don't know if the EBT cards pay for rent. I don't know. But there's a lot of jobs out there. If you have to get a side hustle, go for it. Do it. Do what you got to do. I get it. I substitute teach on the side, make a little extra money. I don't want to live with my parents, and my parents don't want to live with me. But it's an interesting trend that's happening, not just in the United States, but in Europe. I think Romania and Bulgaria, they're even going up to 3 generations, like 10% of those people. And also 50% of the young adults living with their parents, no work, hard to find jobs, I guess, bad economy. Especially when you don't have a student loan debt and you don't have to pay for medical. I mean, I get the taxes are very high, 55% in some countries in Europe. It goes almost half your check right away. So, I don't know. Hopefully that the trend changes instead of up, down. Get inflation under control. Who knows when. Student loan forgiveness is coming soon. We'll see what happens with that. But will there be a tax bill to come with it? I know there's an article that said there wasn't going to be, but who knows? You never know. The government's got to get their money back somehow. But hopefully things get better soon. All right, people, thank you for listening. Have a good night. Peace.